Hello everybody, I am AR Mar, and what I watched today is Book 1, Episode 15 of Avatar The Last Airbender, Bato of the Water Tribe. First, Sokka and Katara find evidence of their father and his men having been in the area they're crossing through. And this is a great scene. I mean, it shows off Sokka's tracking abilities, and it really shows some of their emotions. Like, it gives us a little more of a sense of just how devastated Sokka was by his father and all the other men leaving when they were kids. And this transitions quickly into them finding another Water Tribe member, basically like an uncle to them, their father's best friend from when he was a kid, and there's some great interactions. But as they're interacting like this, you see like Aang kind of feeling left out. Like, Aang gets like this a lot when he's not the center of attention, and it's kind of this amusing dichotomy between Aang, not liking all the attention because he's the Avatar, but also not liking it when his best friends in the world pay attention to someone who's not him. We saw this a lot as well in the Jet episode. And, I do like that Aang has flaws. He's not like this perfect little monk. He is the Avatar, and while he is very much driven by his id, it seems, he's still a good kid at heart. It's just sometimes he goes down the wrong path. A really awesome moment on the villain side of things is there's a mercenary woman in this episode who, on one of her first scenes, she's shown arm wrestling a guy who looks a lot like Ryu from Street Fighter. That was kind of awesome. And she rides this huge animal that looks a bit like an anteater, and apparently it sees through smell. So it's a great tracker, and she uses it to track people, and that is an awesome beast. I've said it before, I love seeing the fauna of this world, and seeing these impressive animals who are just massive and so different from what we have. I love the imagination in them. I also do like that they run into the crazy lady from, Zuko and the others use her to track the Avatar, and they run into the crazy lady from a couple episodes ago, from the Blue Spirit episode, and she actually looks at her cat, she's like, "Did you get in trouble with the Fire Nation again?" Cat just looks at her meow. Zuko just sort of shakes his head and they move on. Uncle Iroh, as always, is extraordinarily funny in this episode. I mean, I love his character so far. I think he is my favorite. The main id moment in this episode for Aang is when he gets a message meant for Bato from the Water Tribe, and he hides it for a bit because he is afraid that Sokka and Katara are going to abandon him to go see their father. And, later when they find out about this, they're obviously extremely upset for him, and they do leave him for a little bit. They go off with Bato, and, of course, after a scene or two, they cool their heads, and they go, "You know what, Aang needs us more. We want to see Dad, but Aang needs us." But I do like that they, I do like that they didn't just immediately understand that there was this, tension. There was this few moments where they needed, Bato's wisdom and to cool down a bit themselves before they would go back to Aang. And then, of course, Zuko finds them, kidnaps them, and Aang engages in a frankly impressive battle with Zuko. A lot of hand-to-hand bending moves. And a lot of stuff they do really mirrors each other, which I found really awesome in this episode. While they're fighting, he gets Katara's necklace back from Zuko in some pretty impressive moves. This was a really well-animated fight sequence, and I did love that it ended with Katara, she perfume bended to be concise about it, I guess. Admittedly, it was just water bending because, perfume has a high water content, etc., but I prefer calling it perfume bending, because that's how they end up defeating the big beast with its sense of smell, is by dousing it in perfume so it runs away and knocks out Zuko and the other villains in the process. It's just a really clever moment, using something that was available to them in the environment to solve a problem. Anyhow, that's how I felt about this episode. Those were my favorite moments. And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.